Today on High Now, join the Keiki Hula celebration. Hear from one woman who holds both the Miss Keiki Hula and Miss Aloha Hula title. Then, reflecting on the Queen's musical legacy, hear from two iconic local musicians. Plus,
local food, local flavors, all from a local family. We're taking you inside Kalei's lunchbox.
This and more right now on High Now.
Aloha and welcome to High Now Weekender. I'm Kainoa Carlson. Starting Monday, the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration is back. The four-part film will immerse you in the hula, the music, the language, the history, and the culture of Hawaii, as taught to our keiki, whose dances honor their beloved queen. I'll be hosting it with Hawaii News Now's Lacey Denise, so tune in July 19th through the 22nd at 8 p.m. on K5. It'll also be streaming on HawaiiNewsNow.com. And that brings us to our very first story from one Kumu Hula who holds both the title of Miss Keiki Hula and Miss Aloha Hula. Take a look.
Ka'ilihiva Von Darvell is one of just 5 women who were Miss Keiki Hula and Miss Aloha Hula. And now, she's a Kumu Hula.
1985, I was Miss Keiki Hula. That seems such a long time ago. It was the best feeling in all the world as a 10-year-old, not knowing how important it was to, and what it meant to be Miss Keiki Hula. I can see that now. Really, I think it was the people and the influences in my life, the people who loved and nurtured me and raised me. I often think of that. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. So it is certainly a celebration, not of my accomplishment, but of theirs, and a testament to a tradition that lives and breathes and thrives. It's wonderful. With the introduction of technology and how quickly things are moving, we have to wonder where's hula going? How do we preserve it? It's in the keiki, right? Keiki hula competition. It's in them. We start there and grow them, and they learn how important it is to preserve and protect. And that is what our job is to inspire them, encourage them, celebrate them, cheer them on, and build them from the inside out an extreme love for hula, an undying love for hula, which in turn will be an undying love and protection of the culture.
Hiva Von Darvell's love for the Hawaiian culture was inspired by family, especially her late father, musician and historian Palani Vaughn, and her mother Ululani, a Kumu Hula and Hawaiian language teacher.
And I realized, oh my goodness, we have a major kuleana. We are actually the keepers, and we have to make sure that it lives and breathes for all time and eternity. What does that mean for us, right? That passing of knowledge from one generation to the next, from Kumu to Haumana, becomes extremely important. It truly is a gift and not a burden, a gift.
Kumu Hiva and 30 more Kumu will show us how they prepare for hula performances in the 4-part Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration, Monday through Thursday on K5.
Brought to you by Spectrum.
The incomparable Nina Keali'i Vahamana and Kumu Hula Robert Casimiro have performed music written by and for Queen Liliuokalani for more than 50 years. And they took a break from production of the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration to reflect on the Queen's musical legacy.
The Queen and her music will live forever in Hawaiian hearts. She wrote over 300, 400 songs throughout her lifetime, and everyone had a meaning, had a purpose.
As an entertainer, I've been very lucky to have been able to perform many of the Queen's songs, and yet, if you ask me about her music and her songs, I know just a small percent of what she's done. But to actually go through her music, to read what she had to say at the time, it's a great tool to have.
Liliuokalani was a gifted musician. She wrote Aloha Oi. Her brother, King David Kalakaua, wrote Hawaii Pono'i. And with their brother Lale Ohoku and sister Like Like, they've been called Nalani Eha, or the Royal Four.
I'd like to think that I were a fly on the wall in the Blue Room, the music room at Ululani Palace, when Kalakaua and Queen Liliuokalani and Princess Like Like and Prince Leleohoku were having their contests, which they did quite often. I would have loved to have been there just to see how they reacted to each other's songs, because all of their songs are so famous and loved by all of us.
I don't know if there are still a lot of people that will be interested in it in the next generation to come, but it doesn't matter. What is important is that it's there. That's things that we're doing today, this documentary, or just speaking about the Queen, or just to sing her song, someday will be important again. To have the honor of sharing it is really overwhelming.
And I'll have the honor of co-hosting the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration with Lacey Denise. So be sure to watch that Monday through Thursday on K5. Learn more at keikihula.org.
Brought to you by Long's Drugs.
Hey Aloha gang, local food, local flavors, all from a local family. Today, High Now is on the Valley Aisle, and we're sampling Ono plate lunches at Kalei's Lunchbox.
Kalei's Lunchbox is a family-owned restaurant that offers local-style cuisine, plate lunch, with more of a restaurant flair.
We do mostly local. We do hamburger steak. We do mahi-mahi, crispy pork belly.
We do sandwiches, we do breakfasts.
We do everything.
We are, from beginning to end, ohana. And when we hire, you are now our ohana. It's a team, but it's really in Hawaii, it's all about the ohana. Kalei's will take care of you all the way. Family is run from me in the back of the house, Aaron, who does all the recipes and oversees quality. Middle daughter, Heather, she helps run the restaurant as well with Bran. Bran oversees and manages the restaurant, and Hunter, the baby, is the one that handles the trailer.
We started with the food truck back in 2016. Family is an important part of Kalei's because we're not only family, but we try to treat our customers like their family.
The Maui community has embraced Kalei's unique combination of family and food. So when the community faced uncertain times during the pandemic, Kalei's was there.
Talked about it and how we're going to help families. A family of four could feed their family for $20, you know.
Started as one day, and then before the pandemic, and then when the pandemic hit, Aaron said, oh, we got to do more. So it went from 1 day to 2 days to 3 days to 4 days.
Basically born and raised in the first restaurant that we had, so I don't really remember a lot of that. So now being here, it's kind of surreal to see my brother running everything and my dad.
We just opened this new location last month, early June. Now we're starting to get our groove down. So right here, we got the jumbo shrimp katsu. This is the mahi ala kalei, tomato, mushroom, caper, garlic butter sauce on that one. Our hamburger steak, mushroom and onions, homemade. Ooh. Mix the patties, make the gravy every day. Got our crispy pork belly right here. Prime rib katsu. This is our hurricane Brussels sprouts, deep fried with pipi kaula, lava rock. So it's like a chocolate macnut mousse rolled in Oreo cookie crumbs.
Crispy pork, someone that we all love, crispy pork. Uncle said this takes the longest to make. I need a straw for this.
My kids have been born and raised in the restaurant. It gives me chicken skin. Yeah, I'm so proud of them.
When I say legacy, we know that Kalei's eventually is going to be in very, very good hands.
Coming up on High Now, whether you're a Kama'aina or you're just visiting the beautiful Valley Isle, this place is a must check out. We're taking you inside the Maui Ocean Center.
Plus, it's a river cruise rich with history. Take a tour of the Garden Isle's famous Fern Grotto when High Now returns.
Hey, what's up? How's it? Aloha and welcome back to High Now Weekender Gang. We are back in the kitchen, and if you're a local boy, you grew up eating that awesome Redondo's Portuguese sausage. But now they just launched a brand new product, and it's awesome. We're talking smoked, uncured beef franks. In fact, I wish you could smell it. We're chefing some up right now. Obviously, we got our normal pan here, kind of medium-high heat situation. But these are super awesome, and if you didn't know, Redondo's has become the largest sausage company in the state, and with their Aloha Aina beef franks, you're really getting that farm-to-table experience. Their cattle are born and raised right there, right in Hawaii, and now they're 100% grass-fed. We're talking no hormones, and all of this is manufactured locally right over there in Waipahu. Can you hear that sizzle? Do you hear it kind of building? And it's great. Obviously, we got summertime coming up. We got the keiki and the rest of the ohana coming over, so this is super easy. Go ahead and just toss these right inside the pan. We got some awesome hot dogs right over here. And again, gang, we're talking seal of quality, right? So the important thing is that these are premium Hawaiian-made products. They're Hawaiian-grown, Hawaiian-made, and every time you support them, you are supporting local. The big thing is, gang, go ahead and look right over here. Make sure you got that seal of quality, right? That's the most important thing. This is from the Department of Agriculture. This makes you know that you are getting the real, true, authentic stuff. Ooh, look at that. Okay, we're gonna pull those off. We don't wanna burn them. Beautiful hot dog action going on over here, gang. Look at that. And you know what I love about these two? Look at how wet that texture is. It's beautiful. You know, sometimes you cook up the dogs, they're kind of a little dry. That is not the situation here. Again, these are Aloha Aina. These are cured. Hot dogs for the whole family, for the whole keiki. I'm gonna make lunch over here for the whole High Now family pretty soon. And the good part is, again, gang, we're talking hot dogs. If you don't want all of those, we got the poo-poo style options too. We chop this one up right inside the pan. Beautiful. Now, Redondo's has been around, guys, for a really, really, really long time, right? And the important thing is that local company, I want to say since the 1940s, gang. Since the 1940s, these guys have been around. And this is their brand new one. This Aloha Aina is what it's all about. Again, this is, you know, farm to table. This is letting you know you're getting the real, true, authentic Hawaiian stuff. And oh boy, I wish you could smell how good this is. You can pick these up anywhere. Just head to our website, highnowdaily.com. We have all that information up about the seal and where you can get your hands on this Ono-licious meal. This smells so good, gang. So, so, so good. Look how quick that is. I'm gonna cut this because the heat is getting hot in here. Now we got poo-poo style in case the family and the friends and everybody comes over. Look at that. Less than a minute. Lunch is served from the good hot dogs with the whole family. Or if you just wanna eat for one, don't forget, gang, head over to our website, highnowdaily.com, for all the information about the seal of quality and where you can get your hands on the goods. Go ahead and support Redondo's. It is ono.
Brought to you by the Hawaii State Department of Agriculture.
If you've ever wanted to visit a rainforest, Smith's Wailua River Tour is the perfect spot. It's the original, gentle adventure right into the heart of Kauai. Thank you.
Smith's Wailua River cruise up to the Fern Grotto started in 1946. He started with a little rowboat that carried 4 passengers and an outboard engine. My father came in from Europe a long time ago, came on a whaling ship. He was a postman. He worked all the islands. Ended up on this particular island here, met a nice Hawaiian girl, and that's how we came about. So we are a Hawaiian family. I'm the 2nd generation, with me now to my sons. The names on the boats are all after the grandchildren. We have very unique type boats. It's a pusher type boats. And he built some of these boats here. All the boats we have is still operating that he built. Riding passenger-wise is sort of quiet inside. The engines, the noise, the vibrations all on the outside. So we have all these entertainers come by. We have entertainers that came from all over. They entertain all over the islands lot of them had to start here. Started singing on the boats and made their way up to stardom. And as you go up the river, you'll see how they enjoy themselves. You know, they enjoy entertaining the people too.
I'm the captain of the boat now.
Well, on the river, look at the landscape, it's really natural. Along the way, the captain will explain the legends and tell the stories about the place like that. But a lot of people who travel want to know what happened, how it was before.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to take in here. The smells, the sights, the sounds. I can hear the waterfall. Oh my gosh.
They'll get up to the fern grotto. It's a cave with ferns hanging from the top. When they get up there, they explain to them about the place and they sing the Hawaiian wedding song before we come down.
Man, this is so surreal. It's amazing how you can spend your entire life somewhere and not appreciate it. Well, I could stay here forever, but home awaits, so back to the boat.
Well, in the olden days, this is where the ali'i, the royalty, used to live in this area. That was one of the reasons the people on the island called the river the King's Highway. The beauty of the place is it. It's very special. Kauai is Kauai.
Brought to you by Smith's Wailua River Cruise.
Hey, aloha gang. Today on High Now, we are going green for blue. We're on the beautiful Valley Isle in Maui. We're checking out the Maui Ocean Center, and we have Tapani here with us. Maui Ocean Center is putting a new emphasis on caring for our oceans. Tell us about that.
We realized some time ago that we really need to change and take to the next level our mission, our purpose, how we are actually malama'aina, taking care of the environment.
And there's a lot to learn. Tell us about Ocean Aloha.
That's about really inspiring everyone to see the beauty underneath the ocean surface. It's very simple. Whatever happens on the top of the mountain impacts the oceans. That's why we are so keen on making sure that the oceans are as clean and pristine as possible.
Why is Kama'aina so important to Maui Ocean Center?
To me personally, it really boils down to one simple thing. We need to add value to the local community every day of the year. Otherwise, what is our reason for being here? Yes, we need to entertain people, but we really want to inspire people about the beauty of Hawaii, the land and the ocean, environmental issues in terms of conservation, because we have to leave this place in a better condition than we found it.
I love that. And during the summertime, you guys have a Kama'aina membership program coming up.
We are drastically reducing the annual membership prices for our Kama'aina residents. Things that one would not expect to see in an aquarium, like we have a beautiful exhibit on Kaho'olawe. We have an amazing holographic whale experience here that nobody has experienced before, because this is the first one in the world. So all these experiences are here. We really want to make sure that our local communities are served well and they have access to resources like Maui Ocean Center.
This is an awesome place to come and learn and enjoy. Live Ocean Aloha at the Maui Ocean Center. We'll have all this up on HighNowDaily.com. Coming up on High Now, we're over at the Valley Isle. We're checking out Ululani's. This is a shave ice that's gourmet in every way.
Plus, preserving 100 years of hula history. Details on the project digitizing these memories after the break.
Aloha and welcome back to High Now Weekender. If you're just joining us, we've been gearing up for this year's Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration. It's starting Monday on K5, and while keiki and halau continue to perpetuate this iconic tradition, preserving decades of hula history is also an important focus. That's the mission of one project by the Kalihi Palama Culture and Arts Society, the nonprofit presenting Keiki Hula.
Each year for 45 years, the Kalihi Palama Culture and Arts Society has presented the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula competition. But the nonprofit organization is much more than Keiki Hula.
Keiki Hula is our signature event, but for nearly 50 years, Kalihi Palama Culture and Arts Society has conducted hula and oli workshops, published books, and even maintained an incredible archive of audio, video, and written documents that are worth 100 years of hula history.
Today, the organization is taking steps to digitize and preserve these memories and make them accessible online and completely free of charge through a project called Lohe I Kaleo and a public-private partnership with the Hawaii State Archives.
Our mission is to acquire, arrange, describe, make accessible, and preserve the public archives. And we've taken that to mean that any record that protects an individual's rights, identity, property, or history is eligible for preservation here. Now, what we're in right now is the public archives. It's part of the state archives, but it's a very distinct subset of that. And being the public's archives, we preserve not just governmental records, but over 500 manuscript collections of individuals or organizations that in some way have contributed greatly to Hawaii's history. So as part of that mission to preserve the public record, to serve as keepers of public memory, we do reach out and partner with organizations that have records that we feel are of very great value from a historical perspective. One of those subsets are the records at the Kalihi Palama Culture and Arts Society. They have been doing immense biographical work because we feel that what they're doing is of great historical importance for generations to come.
The collection itself is incredibly valuable, partly because it has records from a diverse amount of hula resources in which many of these no longer exist.
She was sharing it and passing this knowledge of hers to us living things. I mean, you learn from me, this is part of our life.
In our archive, you'll find Auntie May Ulalia Lobenstein, and her voice is illustrating to us a hula lineage that can date back all the way to the Hawaiian Kingdom era.
You can learn more at kekihula.org, and we'll link that to our website at hinowdaily.com. Be sure to watch the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration next week, Monday through Thursday on K5.
Brought to you by Kamehameha Schools.
Hey, aloha gang, look, all shave ice is not created equal. Today on High Now, we're on the beautiful Valley Aisle and we're sampling all the Ono offerings at Ululani Shave Ice. This is a shave ice that's gourmet in every way.
Ululani's opened its first location in Lahaina, Maui, and that was in the year 2008.
We opened in a 65 square foot shop, which is super tiny, in Lahaina, but off of the street. It was pretty rough the first 3 months. It was a struggle, but through social media, we gained a lot of traction. And within 3 months, we doubled the size of our shop. And once we doubled the size of the shop, our lines started getting longer and longer, more demand. Social media has been huge for us. I mean, right now, currently, one of our locations, we have over 3,900 reviews. We have a 5-star average. This location here in Kihei, we have 1,800 reviews from TripAdvisor. Over the course of time, we've managed to establish ourselves also as Maui's best.
What makes Ululani's unique is our ice. We make our own ice. We also make our own syrups. We bring in quality items, talking like Rosalani's. There's 3 different tiers of ice cream. We decide to get the gourmet tier.
Ulu always demanded quality. So from our syrups, pure cane sugar, premium purees, local and fresh whenever possible. The process that we use for our ice. For one, we use ultra purified water. We make our own ice. So we have a warehouse. We have a couple of different warehouses that we have teams of people that make our own ice. Putting in the purified water in bags or in buckets, freezing it, undoing it, putting it in a freezer. We have our own system and certain temperatures that we use. The new wave of shave ice is really where there's more thought, more the desire to deliver a higher quality product.
Fineness of the ice.
Ice, the syrups, the ice cream, the mochi, all packaged together. Shaved ice package that you can't get anywhere else in Hawaii, let alone anywhere else in the world.
Here at our Kihei location, we also have Sugar Beach Bake Shop. Our #1 seller is our lilikoi key lime pie. Mango cheesecake, we have our lilikoi key lime pie, we also have our coconut cream pie. Everything that we have here, everything that we sell here is all made here at this location or at our Maui location. What we're known for as well is our outstanding coffee.
Mahalo Maui, mahalo for taking us in, for allowing us to be a part of the community, and we hope we represent you in the manner in which you deserve to be represented.
Brought to you by Ululani's Hawaiian Shave Ice in Sugar Beach Bake Shop.
Coming up, perpetuating Olelo Hawaii, how one family is teaching their keiki the language and helping it thrive. Plus, Poison Crew is on the menu. Watch as the board short chef joins the surfing professor for a feast prepared the island way when High Now returns.
Our beautiful Hawaiian language had been in danger of being lost and for many years wasn't taught in schools. But thanks to people like Dr. Larry Kimura, our Olelo Hawaii is thriving today.
Dr. Kimura, known as the grandfather of Hawaiian language revitalization, is excited to introduce us to a family that speaks Hawaiian at home, at school, and in their halau hula.
Keiko Harmon and Pele Suganuma, they got together. Now they're Mr. and Mrs. Harmon. They have 4 children. They're all native speakers because they don't learn this language in the school. They speak at home already. And then they can go to school and continue being educated in the formal education. But that's how it should be. And because they are also good hula dancers, they learn hula from very good teachers like Pele's great-grandmother, Mary Pukui, and Mrs. Pukui's daughter or sister, Namaka Bacon. They have established their halau hula. I believe that's the only halau that I know of that conducts the teaching of the hula in the language.
Keikoa Harmon and Pele Honua Mea Suganuma Harmon, the great-granddaughter of Olelo Hawaii scholar Mary Kavena Pukui, share their gratitude for Dr. Kimura, who gave their halau a beautiful name.
I loko o ka inoa o ka halau, halau I ka leo ola, yeah? Ola. Ola kia mau mea apo, ka olelo, o ka hula, o ka mo'olelo, o kokako lahui.
Hawaiian music all has words because it has meaning in the language. You know how to dance according to the meaning.
He Hawaii, maulino. O ka olelo, ke kahi mea ko'i loa I loko o ke ola o ke ia mea apo.
Na'u e mahalo ia kumu Larry Kimura. Palena ole ko maua mahalo, ko maua aloha. Ia e make ana he kumu, make ano he makua, make kai ano he kupuna. Kia mana ke kai.
Lelo ia pokole.
Ale hiki ke kau palena. Kala mai ale hiki. Kala mai ale mo e kau palena.
No, mai kai. Ai, make vai o lelo. Mahalo ia Larry ke kahi. He kumu ho'ohalike. Mana ano apau. Ya kumu ho'ohalike no na maua. Na ka maua mo keiki. No ka poe apau. He mea nui iaia ka keola o keia I loko o keia hanauna a me ka hanauna e hiki mai ana. No lela mahalo nui. Ai, iaia.
Always love to see inspiring stories like this one, and you can see more with Pele and Keikoa's Halau on the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration coming up on K5. Learn more about it at highnowdaily.com.
I'm Hunter Gentry, the board short chef. Today I'm here with the surf professor, and today we're going to make a deconstructed lala. So we're going to do some steamed fish, we're going to do some poisson cru, and do a haupia sauce with it. Adding a little bit of coconut water in there, and then we're going to steam it. So right now I'm going to prep the poisson cru, so that's a little bit of minced garlic. I'm going to do some thinly sliced onions, some green onions, and over here I got some homemade cherry pickled tomatoes. All right, so right now I'm just scaling the parrot fish here that we have.
I think this one might be okay. Tell you that poisson cru is one of my favorite things in the world. I'm so excited.
No way, yeah, now we're gonna make them. Yeah, poisson cru is kind of like the Tahitian ceviche, so a lot of citrus in it. Citrus is going to come from the vinegar. So I'm going to add a little bit of the vinegar in there. It's just some cane vinegar, a little bit midden, and some regular vinegar, and then the coconut. And then that will be my version of poisson cru. So right now I'm going to cut some 2 chili peppers. And we're doing 2 because they have a lot of heat in it. We're going to steam the fish. So we're just going to put it on here, seasoning with a little bit of Hawaiian salt.
And that's kiawe on the grill, yeah, mesquite?
Kiawe wood on the grill. Put a bit of that, and we're gonna cover it up and check in about a couple minutes.
Okay, so what's the trick to cutting ahi for poke?
I like to go big pieces, you know, just go this, but the trick to it is to just have a really sharp knife and just go one stroke. Now we're gonna go get the fish up the grill now.
All right, let's get the fish. Oh, that looks so good. Look at what the coconut. So that was just the water from the coconut. Sweet potatoes.
This is gonna be our sauce for the fish. This is the fish sauce right here. It's a little bit of coconut milk, the garlic that we sauteed, the inamona, the vinegar, and this is gonna go right on the plate. So yeah, this is our finished product here. So we got the cooked uhu with a little bit of coconut water, some nice steamed sweet potatoes with coconut water again, and some Hawaiian salt. We got our poisson cru, and then we got our fish sauce with some coconut milk, inamona.
Oh, my mouth is like watering. It's so much flavor.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Much aloha. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, your food, and your aloha.
Aloha.
Choo!
Brought to you by Cutter Ford.
Caring for our land is our kuleana as people of this place. Coming up on High Now, we're taking you to Kipuka Oluwalu, where they're perpetuating Native Hawaiian tradition.
Get a lesson at the outdoor classroom on Maui after the break.
Caring for this aina is our kuleana as people of this place. Today on High Now, we're taking you to Maui, to Kipuka Oluwalu, where this outdoor classroom is teaching kama aina, students, and even visitors the importance of malama aina.
Kipuka Oluwalu is a nonprofit. We focus on restoration of this traditional cultural landscape here in the beautiful valley of Oluwalu on the island of Maui. We have a twice weekly open volunteer day. We bring in school groups, we bring in corporate groups, team activities in order to work on the land. So whether that's removing invasive species or planting natives right here, you can do just about everything. The fun stuff is we get to actually plant natives and restore this valley. So we have traditional intact lo'i or wetland kalo systems from 1500 years ago that are still here. This valley has huge, long history, starting from the first arrivals of our Polynesians, the first migrations here. But 20 years ago, it was found in a state of massive disrepair. You can kind of see it just looked like that. Just Java plum and opuma and haulikoa and kiawe. You know, 30 feet tall people from the original founding board in 1999 found some original lo'i walls here and began to slowly take back this land, discover the traditional lo'i walls, build them, and restore the land as you see it today.
We share the process of our cultural values. So you can pick up plenty rubbish with your hand. So that's what we're doing here today, to learn malama. Malama is the action-reaction of a generation of life and knowledge to take care of these things properly. So the Malama Hawaii program incentivizes travelers, tourists, to donate their time in nonprofits like us that are aina-based activities that can share culture, history, science. So if we can inspire them to do good things, to malama aina, to take care of this land, maybe in their mind, they can question themselves like, what am I doing at home? So the visitors can come and donate some time with us, a half day, and in return, The hotels and other businesses will give them a voucher for a free night or maybe some money to spend on property at a restaurant. So it incentivizes the travelers to participate in this. And the bigger picture with that is to get them to be better visitors.
Kipuka Olowalu is, to me, one of the most accessible conservation, cultural perpetuation areas on the island. We have twice weekly volunteer days. We are very easily accessible, about halfway between Kahului and Lahaina. Go to kipukaolowalu.com or go to our Instagram at Kipuka Olowalu.
Aloha gang, today on High Now we're getting a lesson from Uncle Kawa'a over here at Keikio'Ka'aina. We are pounding kalo. How long you been doing this?
I started around 5 years old, pounding poi. I started to pull the taro and then cook the taro and then peel the taro, ohole and ihi, and then pound poi. Around 6 years old, I started pounding poi.
So you've been doing this a long time?
I've been doing this a long time.
You still love doing it?
I still love doing it.
How come you still love doing it?
It's the way of perpetuating the culture. It's the way of teaching to the next generation.
What's the first thing we gotta do when we sit down and do this?
The first thing we do is that you have to listen to me. And the listening to me is that you gotta watch what I do. Okay. We took water and then we cleaned off the board.
You made this board, Uncle?
Yes, I made this board. And this board was made all by hand on the inside, which means a ko'i. With me come the names of turning taro into poi. And so I come from Molokai and these names are from Halawa. So the first step is called naha. Say it.
Naha. Take the taro, pound it,
break
naha.
it. It's called naha.
Okay.
Watch me.
Okay.
Go ahead, you do it. Turn a little side, use the edge of the stone and use it to cut. So it's called naha. That means to break. The kalo, the ai, is all over the board. So this part is called moku moku.
Moku moku.
That means it broke and it's in pieces. And then clean off your stone like this. Watch me. Okay, you do. With your hands, stage 3 is called pa'i pa'i. What's the motion? Bring it in. Pa'i pa'i.
That I heard a lot when I was growing up.
That's right.
I heard pa'i plenty when I was a little boy.
You probably got a lot of pa'i. Well, about 12 years ago, I brought board and stone class to Keikio'Ka'aina to carve board and to carve stones for families. And so it's been going on for about 12 years. It's called a board and stone class. I started teaching it, and so it's very interested, but I also wanted to pass the knowledge on. I wanted to pass the knowledge of pounding poi. I wanted to pass the knowledge of carving board and carving stones as well, because they all go together. And that is tied to taro and taro patch and the story of creation as well. This is the 4th stage. It's called pili. You put it all together and they're all sticking together. We are at the state called pa'i'ai. It's the 5th stage, turning taro into poi. This is pa'i'ai. The finished state called poi pa'a, it'll ooze out from the tea leaf, it'll fall out.
And that's when we have poi.
And that's when you have poi. My time is short, and so I have a great deal of ike. And so I want to pass on that ike as much as possible to the next generation. And it doesn't matter who they are. As long as they're interested in learning, I'll teach anyone.
Brought to you by Keikio'Ka'aina Family Learning Centers.
Coming up on High Now, we are on Kauai. We're taking you inside Haena State Park. They've got a new model. It takes care of Kama'aina and our visitors.
See how you can prep ahead of time before your next visit when High Now returns.
Hey, aloha gang. Today on High Now, we're on the beautiful island of Kauai. We're taking you inside Haena State Park. They've got a new model. It takes care of our Kama'aina and our visitors. Okay, Joel, Haena State Park, you guys are doing a little bit of a different model down here. Tell me about it.
I think the really special thing about this park is the state has partnered with the community to manage the area. We were looking at unmanageable amount of visitors here a few years back.
That's what I've
so
heard, crazy.
Yeah, so we went from a number of about 3,000 a day. The new plan says we want to have about 900 a day. And we'll do that through a parking reservation system, and a shuttle system.
Okay, so someone's coming from the mainland, walk us through the process. How does that work if they want to come here to Hyanna State Park?
Right, so we've really simplified the process. If you go to gohyanna.com, have an advanced reservation. If you're a visitor and you plan ahead, you'll have one of the most amazing experiences ever. Reserve your parking spot, and if that's not available, which usually they aren't, they go really quickly, they're really coveted, then you would take our amazing shuttle ride. We take you from the Waipaw Foundation. You would board the shuttle there and you'd ride on out to the park. You don't have to worry about driving or directions or anything.
Good part too is that Kama'aina, as long as you flash your ID like us, you get to come right in.
Yeah, anybody in the state of Hawaii with a state ID can drive right up to the front. They'll let you in the gate.
It is beautiful back here. There's kalo as far as you can see. There was also an awesome partnership between the Hanalei Initiative and the Hui o Maka'aina na o Makana.
Yeah, so the Hui has been managing this area for generations, but of recent, for the last few decades, they've been the stewards of this place, and you can see the amazing work that they've done, all based on volunteers. What the Hanalei Initiative is able to do is we're able to support them through community-based economic development. So by managing the access points, we can then have funds generated that will stay in the park and provide jobs for the Hui.
Why was it important for the Hanalei Initiative to partner with the Hui?
So the Hanalei Initiative focuses on transportation solutions, community-based economic development, and really environmental stewardship. So in addition to have grown up in this area, it was really special for us to be able to support the Hui's efforts in managing this area. You know, they've done all the heavy lifting over decades. So for us to come in and add our expertise in access through shuttles and reservation systems, it really helped us to be that economic opportunity for the Hui, right? Then we can partner with them, we can allow them for job creation within their organization, as well as providing jobs within our community. It's a place that we haven't been able to enjoy for so long, and to be able to have people from all around the state come anytime you want, come right up and come right in and enjoy this place, it's truly one of the most amazing places on the planet. As a visitor, you would go to gohyanna.com. It's a really easy process. It's like 3 clicks and you have a reservation.
So if you want to come and enjoy Hyanna State Park, make sure you plan in advance, or if you're a Kama'aina, show your ID at the front. We'll have all this up on HiNowDaily.com.
Imagine owning a piece of historic Hawaii. Well, that's exactly what you'll get here at the Greystone Mansion at 1302 Nehoa Street in Makiki.
This home was listed on the Hawaii and National Historic Registry, and it is the only Queen Anne style home in Makiki. This masterpiece was built in 1903 for Alfred Hawkins, the founder of the Honolulu Brewing Company. It very well may be the oldest single-family estate on Oahu. The architect was nationally renowned EAP Newcomb, and he partnered up with a local architect by the name of C.W. Dickey. Together they formed and created this beautiful Queen Anne style home. Greystone Mansion gets its name from the 16-inch cut gray stone cut out of blue rock. It was shipped here from England over to the islands, and it was used as ballast on ships, and it was hand cut here on property.
The Queen Anne style of architectures was popular during the reign of England's Queen Anne, who ruled in the 1700s. This distinctive architecture showcased at 1302 Nehoa features a variety of building materials, including patterned brick, stone, and wood, steeply pitched and complex roof systems, squared and round towers, and embellishments such as etched bay windows, verandas, and, of course, a large wraparound porch. It's all reminiscent of a bygone era in our island's history.
This home sits on a little over 23,000 square feet of land, 6,353 square feet of interior living space, and is impeccably landscaped. And it's only minutes from downtown. Meticulously restored in 1985, this home consists of 7 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a grand staircase, hardwood floors, Palladian-style windows, chandeliers, built-ins, and a beautiful sparkling blue pool and spa. This home was meticulously restored to its original condition in 1985. So not only was this a happy family home, the owner opened up its beauty to many local charitable groups and held a lot of charity events here on the property. The Greystones Mansion is an ideal retreat for anyone who appreciates the charm and magic of Old Hawaii.
To learn more about this amazing home, you can contact Travis McGoy at Locations.
Brought to you by Locations Hawaii.
Coming up, fostering a cultural connection between Hawaii and Japan. Details on the International Hula Exchange Program after the break.
Keiki and hula have connected Hawaii and Japan through an international hula exchange program. Winners from the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula competition and a Keiki Hula competition in Japan have been invited to dance in each other's events for 15 years. We spoke with Guy Sabilla from the Kalihi Palama Culture and Arts Society about this special connection.
About 15 years ago, Kalihi Palama began a program to foster the exchange between Keiki Hula dancers in Japan and the Keiki Hula dancers here. First of all, it's fun to have young kids go to a foreign country, experience different food and different people and language. It helps foster sort of a cultural exchange and international harmony. But it does one other thing that's really important. By bringing our kids there, it brings this authentic Hawaiian cultural dance experience. It's wonderful to have the interest of the Japanese to dance Keiki Hula, but we want to be sure it's done in an authentic, respectful way.
I have been growing the hula community since I was 8. Hula was very touched. The generation passed on to the younger ones. So now we have all the keikis to the kupuna. There is so much love to the hula community. The Japanese keiki, the passion to be that on stage. There is a keiki hula competition here in Japan as well. Many people attend the keiki hula competition here in Japan as for one of the competition. At the same time, they use the content as educational way as well to experience why hula is so important to the keikis. Seen past 5 years, keiki hula is increasing.
At least for the last 15 years. And going forward into the future, this idea of bringing judges and children to Japan. Now the judging part of it is important because we bring 3 kumu hula, obviously, who have the lineage behind them, and they judge the Japanese competitors. The idea is for that is to take the same standards, the same metrics that we use in our competition to measure against their dancers. Then those evaluations are sent to the sensei so that the sensei understand what they're doing well and maybe what they can improve upon. So this blends both the entertainment, the idea of having our kids there and having a sort of a Keiki Hula learning experience with the actual cultural exchange of knowledge keepers of Hawaiian culture.
Brought to you by Hemek.
I actually had a chance to see a little bit of the footage. It is going to be incredible. And again, the Keiki Hula celebration is truly exactly that. It's a celebration of knowledge and hula and mele. It is so impressive what these keiki are able to do. And the Keiki Hula Festival has not only been perpetuating Hawaii and its culture, it's also connecting cultures across the world. So do not forget, remember, tune into the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula celebration. You can watch the 4-part film this week from July 19th through the 22nd at 8 p.m. on K5. It'll also be streaming on HawaiiNewsNow.com. And mahalo for watching High Now. Remember, you can catch any of our segments again on HighNowDaily.com. And be sure to follow us at High Now Daily on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Next week is good fun. You can join us on the Big Island. We're going to take you on a tour of the Waikoloa Beach Resort, from the grinds to the shopping to the awesome golf that they have. It's a blast. Plus, we dive below the waves off the Kona coast. We're going on another adventure with SeaQuest Hawaii. They do stuff in the mornings, in the afternoons. They even have a very cool tour they do at nighttime. Mahalo for watching, gang. We'll see you Monday morning. Aloha.